Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Dr. Hazwani. So today we would like to present our project entitled Investigate the relation between design and position of automotive signal lamp. So here's our group members consists of 4 people. So my name is Alif Aiman bin Muhammad Daud. So let's proceed with the first slide. For the introduction, there are 3 objectives that we want to achieve. The first one is to investigate the rate of accident caused by the signal lamp. Secondly, to study the relationship between signal lamp and surrounding environment, which is in this project we cover 2 types of environment. The first one is daylight, the second is night. Thirdly is to determine the best position for automotive signal lamp, which is we choose 2 different position. The first one is on the side mirror and the second one is on the fenders. So for the work scope, we cover three point of these 3 work scope. The first one is to investigate the capability for the driver to recognize or notice the signal lamp that given by another driver in a certain distance, such as 5 meters, 10 meters and 15 meters. Secondly is to investigate the capability for the driver to recognize or notice the signal lamp but in a different condition. Like I said before, we choose daylight and night. And thirdly, to determine the best position to easily recognized by the driver based on the experiment that we will conduct. Okay, let's proceed to the next slide.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. I'm Akram. I will present about literature review for this project. First, based on accident statistic data from MIROS, stand for Malaysian Institute of Road Safety Research on 2011. This accident happened by some factors in the Malaysia road were 80.6% from human careless. Human careless consists of driver in drunk condition or driver in sleepy condition or unfocused driver. Second, the 30.2% were caused by the road condition, while 6.2% were caused by vehicle. Vehicle regarding by the design of vehicle or not ergonomic of the vehicle design. The third about there are many factors that contribute to accident statistic data such as safe careless, risky driving and the vehicle design itself. First is the essential point for this project. About the most common failure to signal accident occur when a driver fail to signal and it hit by another vehicle from behind. It's unseen from the another driver or the another driver didn't see the signal from another driver. Second, I will present about the methodology. Here our project methodology flow. We start from survey form. Second, we select the chosen car such as Proton Saga, Pro2 Azia and Proton Wira. Next we do the testing regarding on distance 5, 10 and 15 meters. on the daylight condition and night condition. Okay, next result and analysis the data. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
We have selected three different cars consist of Proton Saga 2016, Proton Vira, and Prodwa Asia based on some criteria such as position of signal lamp, size of signal lamp, and easy to access. Next slide is survey. So from survey that we are conduct is 76.60% were female. Next, age. 89% of respondents aged around 18 until 25. After that, for occupation, majority were students. And our respondents majority have driving license. Thus, they have problem with recognizing the signal lamp that given by another driver during driving. Also, 75% agree that they felt disturbing with modified signal lamp that given by another driver during driving. Next, majority has difficult to recognize the signal during rainy, while 36% on daylight. They also preferred standard signal lamp without modify. Besides, signal lamp on both of side mirror were preferred by them. Lastly, majority of respondents can recognize signal in short distance. Next is the procedure of the experiment. For daylight condition, the car sample that used for this procedure is Saga 2016. This is the tool that used in this experiment, which measuring tape. It is for measure the distance of sample from front car for 5, 10 and 15 meters. There are two people that require for setup the required distance. For Saga 2016, the distance is start from signal lamp on side mirror until a certain distance, which means 5, 10 and 15 meters. All the sample need to stand on certain distance start from 5, 10 and 15 meters. The driver needs to get inside the cabin space to start the experiment with giving signal. The timekeeper also needs to get inside the cabin space to record the time for the sample to notice the signal given. He also needs to record the time on the result form. The driver needs to crank the engine to start the experiment. The signal toggle needs to be at the center position before switch on the signal lamp. The timekeeper needs to set 0 on stopwatch before the driver giving signal, and he will press start on the stopwatch at the same time signal given. The timekeeper needs to stop the time when the sample raises both of his hands. Next, for 10 meter, repeat the same step for record the time that required for the sample to notice the signal given. Repeat the step for 15 meter distance also. The timekeeper the timekeeper need to record all the time on result form. Next is the procedure of the experiment for day-night condition. The car sample that used for this procedure is also Saga 20 and 16. There are two people that require for setup the required distance. For Saga 20 and 16, the distance is start from signal lamp on side mirror until a certain distance, which means 5, 10 and 15 meters. All the sample need to stand on certain distance start from 5, 10 and 15 meters. The driver need to get inside the cabin space to start the experiment with giving signal. The timekeeper also need to get inside the cabin space to record the time for the sample to notice the signal given. He also need to record the time on result form. The driver need to crank the engine to start the experiment. The timekeeper need to set 0 on stopwatch before the driver giving signal, and he will press start on the stopwatch at the same time signal given. The timekeeper need to stop the time when the sample raises both of his hands. Next, for 10 meter, repeat the same step for record the time that required for the sample to notice the signal given. Repeat the step for 15 meter distance also. The experiment repeat by using another two cars which are Proton Vira and Produa Asia. Thank you.
Next slide is our result. In this table shows the time taken for these three cars in several distance, which is 5 meters, 10 meters and 15 meters for two conditions, which is daylight and night. In 5 meters for daylight, Proton Saga took 1.94 seconds, while Proton Vira took 2.49 seconds, and Produa Asia took 1.93. In 10 meters for night, Proton Saga took 1.43 seconds, while Proton Wira took 1.56 and Produa Asia only took 1.47. And in 15 meter for daylight, Proton Saga took 5.77 second, while Proton Wira took 6.67 and Produa Asia only took 5.67. In conclusion, from the experiment that were conducted shows that drivers faster alert to signal lamp that given from Produa Asia. Due to the signal lamp that Produa Asia has on both sides of side mirror, while Proton Saga took the second place and Proton Wira in last position. Thank you.
This is the team member: Rida, Alif, Akram, and lastly, Zaki.